What if you knew an answer that could help bring a family member home? Would you tell the truth, or would you cover for the person that you've been covering for all this time? If so, this is the case of Keiosha Felix, and if you want to know more about this case, please continue watching.
What has been issued.
And it's just so many questions that I have.
Memorial sign
It makes it really
is on the route.
And I bet he would run after what he's done.
A number of people.
The FBI is offering a reward. What was the order of events?
never stop looking.
Police are now questioning a number of people.
Keiosha Marie Felix was born April 8th, 1997 in Dusan, Louisiana. If she's alive today, she'd be 26 years old. When she went missing, however, she was only 16 years old, and she stood at a height of 5 feet and weighed 120 pounds, and she is listed as a black female with brown hair and brown eyes, and her nickname is Red. Now, Keiosha's mother was in prison. I don't know for what, but this in turn made Keiosha a ward of the state of Louisiana and the Department of Children and Family Services. Now, in 2012, Keiosha was living in a group home called Maison Demure, which is a home for teenage girls who are pregnant or who have young children. Keiosha got a weekend pass to visit her paternal aunt, Patricia Andreas, and was last seen leaving Andreas's Dusan home on April 30th of 2012. Now, initially, Keiosha was thought to be a runaway, and her 19-year-old cousin, Porta Felix, claimed that she'd heard from her and she was all right. She had run away once before, but only for 2 days. Keiosha frequently used her cell phone and Facebook account prior to her disappearance, though neither of them have been activated since she went missing. She also left behind her 1-year-old daughter, and her loved ones don't believe that she would have abandoned her child. And I can agree with that because she was a ward of the state. So I think that she, knowing how it felt to be a ward of the state because her mother was in prison, I think that she did not want to abandon her daughter and have her daughter feel the exact same way she grew up feeling. Just like in most cases, people always have someone who saw them right before they went missing. And in Keiosha's case, I'm wondering who was the last person to see her leaving her aunt's home. And you'll understand why I asked this question in a minute. Was it the cousin Porta that saw her leave the home, or was it the boyfriend or the aunt? Because let's face it, all of them lied or either denied that they had anything to do with her sexual assault. And let's go back to when the cousin lied and said that Keiosha had gotten in touch with her when police determined that that was not true and that Porta had lied. Now, why would she lie? Is it that she knows something or she saw something and so she had to lie to cover up for her mom and the boyfriend? Or was it that she did it out of fear because she knew what could possibly happen to her if she told? Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Now, allegedly, Andreas supposedly confronted Leon with the allegation, and of course, like they always do, he denied it. So she didn't report it to the police or to the Department of Family and Children Services. But in August of 2012, Leon's brother, Ronald Wilkerson, was also charged with kidnapping in Keiosha's case. The Dusan Police Department was originally handling Keiosha's case with Lieutenant Gerald Kruder, the Assistant Chief of Police, in charge. But in September 2012, Kruder was removed from the investigation and suspended from duty. It is alleged that the reason that Kruder was taken off of the case is because he had made 2 unlawful arrests in Keiosha's disappearance case, and he conducted illegal search and seizures and provided false testimony. The Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office took over the investigation after Kruder was terminated from duty. Now, the next part of this case really upsets me because I feel like if he hadn't done all of these illegal search and seizures and false arrests and gave false testimony, he would have, or the people who are responsible for Keiosha's disappearance would be in jail or prison right now. Because after Kruder was taken off of the case, all of the charges against the Wilkerson brothers and Keiosha's aunt and cousin were dropped because the district attorney said that the evidence against them was mostly unsustained hearsay. But I don't think that it is hearsay. I believe that a lot of this is what they did. And now that the detective who was on the case, Detective Kruder, now that he's figured out that he is not a good police officer, none of the evidence that they had against them is any good because he collected it probably through illegal means. Authorities released surveillance images of a man at an AT&T store in Lafayette, Louisiana, and asked for the public's help in identifying him. They stated that the individual wasn't a suspect in Keiosha's disappearance, but they believed that he could have information in her case. He's described as about 5 feet 7 inches tall to 5 feet 9 inches tall with a stocky build. And he was wearing a white t-shirt with a rosary type necklace. Now, the man purchased a cell phone SIM card at the store, and the SIM card was later used with Keiosha's password. Now, this really really upsets me because I feel like, how would this person know her password unless they've seen her use this phone before? And do the police have this phone? And why was the man buying a whole new SIM card instead of using the SIM card that was already in the phone? Because you had to use the password in order to get into the phone anyway. So therefore, you might as well have just used the SIM card that was in there. I don't know the purpose of you buying another SIM card for a phone, but hey, that, stranger things have happened, and that's one of them in this case. And like I always do, I'm going to put the links with where I got the photos and the information down in the description box below so that you guys can go and look at these photos, so that just in case if you know any of these individuals, you can call the police and let them know where to find them and hopefully find Keiosha so that she can be brought home to her family and friends and all those that love her. I know that it may be obvious to people who are actually looking at the screen, but this is the man here with the white shirt that you see that they believe that may have information in Keiosha's disappearance. Investigators believe that Keiosha is still alive but could be in danger. She has frequented the VZ area of Lafayette and may be in the Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or Houston, Texas areas. She may be in the company of an adult male or an adult female. Authorities are now focusing the investigation on finding Keiosha rather than filing criminal charges against anyone in her disappearance. Her case is classified as an endangered missing person and remains unsolved. Now, police ask that if you have any information in her whereabouts or anything to do with this case, that you contact Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office, and that number is 337-232-9211. Again, that number is 337-232-9211. And I'm pretty sure you can leave a message anonymously if you choose to do so. And the photo that you see here is an age progression of what she might look like today if she is still alive. And yet again, she would be 26 years of age today, or she's about to turn 26 years of age today if she's still alive. So if she's still alive, happy early birthday to you, and I hope that you are brought home soon. But unfortunately, guys, that brings me to the end of today's video. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to leave me a comment down in the comment section below. And if you are not already subscribed, before you leave, please make sure that you subscribe because it helps me out with videos just like this. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.